Oh boy. Right, we're good to go. So welcome back to Zero Escape, Virtue/Reward. Last time we got Alice's ending, and the entire facility blew up thanks to a bomb that Dio placed. This time we will be continuing and getting a different ending.
What are you going to pick? If you aren't going to do it, then
No, I'm fine. I'll do it.
You're going to choose betray, right?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
All right. Take it away.
30 seconds remain until Amadex game polling closes.
I stood in front of the selection screen and took a deep breath. This was it. I ran over my options one last time. There was only one possible choice. Tis time to betray.
Of the Amadex game has been completed.
Yay, we've completed round 1.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Amadex gates now opening.
Text goes as fast as the announcer talks. Fine, I stepped out of the AB. We could see everyone else running towards the projector.
You chose what I wanted you to choose. I guess I should say thanks. So, thanks.
Aw, come on. You don't need to do that. I just made the obvious choice. Well, I'm sure Alice chose betray. That meant we pretty much had to choose betray, right?
How do you know what she's going to choose?
Aha! So this game is that self-aware. So in case you're wondering what I'm talking about here. So when I first played the game, I allied with Tenmyoji and then betrayed him. A statement similar to this where Sigma's like, oh, he chose to betray last time. And now I should betray so he doesn't get anything. It turns out he allies for some reason. Don't understand. That is what I have just done here, where I've allied with Alice, and then now I'm going to betray her. Knowing that she betrays in the other pathway makes us think that she's going to betray us here. It doesn't work backwards, though, because with Tenmyoji, that's not how we did it. I think it actually did mention Tenmyoji allying, and then suddenly betraying. And then over here, it doesn't. I guess you could say I just know.
Are you making fun of me?
Maybe.
Yo, what's up? Siggy!
No! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Let's go. We'll find out if you made the right choice.
Yep. Alright.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally.
Let's get ready to rock!
Amadex game!
Round one!
G, sorry.
The results!
If everybody
Everybody,
would
please
please
look
check their
next
eyes
to the monitor. Boom, 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 boom. Betray, ally. Ally, ally. Betray. Ally. See, she allies here. Now, I would like to make it very apparent, watch this following scene, and tell me that Alice doesn't deserve all the crap I gave her last time. If you can convince me that she does not deserve all the crap she got from last time based on this following scene, if you are able to successfully do it, then kudos to you. Then I'll believe Alice is likable.
Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
1, 2, 5, 5, 5, 6, 1, 6. And hey, Alice, what the hell is this? You chose betray last time, so I chose betray too. No, why?
Wait a minute. Last time? What on earth are you talking about?
Can you tell me one thing? When exactly did you press the button?
5 minutes before the deadline. There's that announcement, right? I pressed it right after that. Why?
What? No, that can't. What was going on? When Fi and I chose ally, Alice picked betrayed.
I just made the most rational choice. The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
Ah, so you in this timeline. But this time I chose betray and her vote changed to ally. Why? What was different? Had history somehow changed because of my choice? No, that was insane. If Alice had somehow known I'd choose betray and then chose an ally in response, at least that would be... if Alice had somehow known I'd choose betray and chose ally in response, at least that would have followed the principle of cause and effect. But what had just happened was something entirely different. There was no way Alice could have known what we would choose when she made her choice. Besides, if she had known we intended to betray her, there's no way she would have chosen ally. In other words, she must have made her decision without any knowledge of ours. Let's say we're talking about a game of rock, paper, scissors. I've actually never seen this scene, so it's actually interesting. Wow, the rock, paper, scissors analogy. Right after Alice throws... I throw a rock. Right after that, Alice throws on paper. Obviously, I lose. So I go back in time and decide to wipe out scissors this time. This time, Alice chooses rock. I lose again. But that's fine, because that still makes sense. My actions in the past cause Alice's actions in the future. Easy. But what had just happened in the AB game wasn't like that. Let's go back to that innocent game of rock, paper, scissors. This time, Alice is the one who threw out her hand first. But in this situation, there's no way for me to know what it is. So I decided to go with rock. Now Alice's choice is revealed. Turns out she went with paper. Damn it, I lose again and I'm pissed off. Once again, I go back in time to try and change history and erase my loss. What will I choose this time? That's not even a question. Scissors, obviously. After all, last time Alice went with paper. Here's the important part. When I make this choice, Alice has already made her choice. Sure, my victory, I throw out a pair of scissors, but what the hell? My rage is... My rage would be white hot. Hello, Hearts. Currently, we are talking about a... Oh, let's see if I can process this. So, what has just happened is one of the two of the AB games flips. So, what is currently happening is, since I have... So, when I first played this game, I went with Timioji Ally, Timioji Betray. Then I went with Luna Ally, then Luna Betray. And then when I went to Alice, I actually betrayed her first and then allied. We're getting a unique scene if you actually decide to trust her. Don't know why you would trust her, but hey, you know what? That's how you have to do it. So what they're talking about is rock, paper, scissors, and how we went back to change our vote based on what Alice did, but she still changed hers. Which, I mean, makes some sense, but why would she vote two different things? Like, Luna should be voting ally for both times, Timioji should be betray both times, and Alice should be ally both times. It just doesn't make any sense any other way. How could this have happened? Why? Alice's hand had been paper before. How did it change to rock? Obviously, there's no cause and effect here. Since Alice's choice was made in the past and mine was made in the future, how could that even happen? How could the future influence the past? But how are you doing today, Heartsa? But as you can see, so in case you're wondering, this is the allied path to get to Alice's route. Betray, ally, 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 betray. And here's our current one, with the two votes being flipped. It wasn't theoretical now. This hadn't actually happened. What the hell was going on? No, wait. Why the fuck was I talking so casual about going back in time? That kind of stuff doesn't happen in real life. Right, of course. Time travel is impossible. There's absolutely, positively no way to travel through time. But if that was true...
The best way to minimize risk and maximize reward in this situation is to choose betray. Anyone who thinks otherwise is, well, an idiot.
So, in other words, you, in this scenario, you know.
Hey, did you have a stroke or something?
Oh, sorry.
Besides, why do I have to answer your questions? I should be the one yelling at you. Because of you two, I've only got one BP left.
Yeah, you're right.
You're right. What in God's name is wrong with you?
I would like to ask that to everyone here. I'm sorry. Really, I seriously feel terrible about this.
Forget it. I'm never going to trust you or Phi again.
So, in case you're wondering, if you just betray her, she walks up and smacks you across the face. That's all that happens. She walks up, slaps you in the face, turns and slaps Phi, and walks away. Saying maybe this statement. And that's it.
You'll pay for this.
Alice stormed off. She threw one last hurtful, scornful look over her shoulders as she left, and it stabbed me right through the heart. One of the other teams seemed to be dealing with a similar issue.
I really don't know what I can say. We had no idea you would choose ally.
No way I'd choose betray. I'm with Clover on the other side.
And yet you would betray us. And yet you would ally with You allied us when we betrayed, and you betrayed us when you allied. Tenmyoji suffers from the exact same problem as Alice. But Tenmyoji, I guess, I am not as mad because he should have betrayed both times. It honestly makes so much sense why he would betray you. Period. Because Clover is on one side, Quark is on another team. You're the only team he doesn't really have reason to trust. And with the old woman, and being who the old woman is, which we'll find out either next stream, or if I feel like it, we'll find out who she is at the end of this stream. It doesn't make any sense why he would betray and then ally. He should just betray. I'm not giving Tenmyoji any leeway in that case. He should have betrayed. Luna should be all ally. It makes sense for her. Tenmyoji should have just been betray. And Alice should have been ally. It's just that Alice gets the heated iron, or whatever you want to call it. She gets burned for it because she should have she betrayed when she should have allied. I mean, there's actually one other switcheroo that the game does, but that one's a little more believable.
What? What do you mean?
Do you have an interest in Clover?
What? No, that's not... No.
What is it then?
Well,
You'd have to be crazy to pick ally. The only way it'd make any sense to do that is if you really, really trusted the other person.
And of course, even though anyone who's in the game before knows exactly who Tenmyoji is, Clover does not know that. Especially since we are not in this pathway right here, the yellow-green door. Yeah, there's no way she would.
so you're saying you don't trust me then?
Duh! Are you senile? Why the hell would I trust some old geezer I just met a few hours ago?
Because I can tell you've met him a while ago.
I see. Say no more. Didn't think it'd hurt this much.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean? You're starting to get kind of creepy.
Oh, Clover, you'll find out soon enough. By which I mean not for a few streams. I think this game has, what, about, if I do it right, oh, jeez, 3 or 4 more streams left in me.
Creepy, huh? I understand. I guess I just haven't had enough time to earn your trust.
I suppose you could say that. I just didn't really expect you to be so nice about it.
Well, looks like those guys managed to get through this all right.
And yet Dio, Quark, and Luna got through this without getting so much as scratches on each
Maybe
other.
that means the fault here's got to be mine.
Huh? Thank you. Thank you very much. Don't worry about it. We only did what anybody else would do.
What anyone else would do, or what anyone else should do. Because we should have followed their example, but we would not, because we didn't.
Right, Mr. Dio?
Yeah, exactly.
Dio, Quark, and Luna, on the other hand, seem to have resolved things amicably by all choosing ally. No doubt we were wishing that we'd done the same. Crossing path. Why had Dio sounded so awkward? What had happened in the AV room? Only Dio and Quark knew for sure.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you...
Well, you said round. If there's a round one.
Besides, that's impossible.
You're right.
When?
I don't know.
Why not?
The voting.
And now, time to just enjoy some talking while this is going on.
So,
He says as he takes a drink. Oh man.
Yeah?
There's just a lot of things on my mind right now.
Oh, that
Here's your check.
I don't know if I'll be able to stay stream for too long.
No, they do.
Let's see.
What's the second? Hey, what's this?
I'm sorry. My brain's just kind of wandering off. Because let's see, I have an assignment I need to go and get done. And so but it's not due until class tomorrow. Though I'm really excited for Wednesday.
What do you mean? Why am I going to die?
Well, let me just quickly direct attention. Boom, Alice is a bitch. But what was that? So, Phi had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us?
I see.
Anyway. Yeah, Wednesday I'm really looking forward to.
Allison had me.
What? What the heck? This is important. Sorry's not going. Thought you were supposed to tell us the rules, not hide them.
Oh, by the way, she doesn't get. She's not like this in the when we try to ally with her.
Well,
Is there anything else that's not fair to make?
I think it's fair, right?
Let's see. So, well, let's talk about this game real quick.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, in this game, I will be clearing up this ending, which I put in parentheses main for an actual reason, because it's not the main ending. That will be the last ending we're going to. But you probably, if you put 2 and 2 together, you can, or if you remember from last time when I was talking about which ending belongs to which character, you'll know which ending I'm going for.
One last thing. The next setup come out you already saw. There should have been. That means.
But wait. The colors change.
So I'll be going for this ending, and depending on my time, mood, or just about a few other things, will depend if we get a second ending tonight, because that second ending is like, it should maybe be half an hour, if everything goes well. Then we'll be, if I don't get that ending tonight, I will be getting that ending at the start of next stream, and then I'll be jumping over to the second to last ending. After that ending is done, I will be jumping to the final branch, and then we will be done, and we can move to the Zero Time Dilemma.
So am I.
Me too. It looks like the...
What do you mean?
Well, it looks... I was a solo.
Wait, really? Mine still says...
It looks like Luna and I both changed, although I've gone from solo to pair.
I'm the opposite.
Mine went from...
No change here. Are you two magenta?
Yeah.
Clover and I are cyan.
I think Mr. K and I are paired. Looks like it. When did they change?
As soon as they get a parents and uncle, no rules. Now, all of a sudden,
What?
well, there's not. I mean, I'll never see you guys again. Did you really think I'm... As if I'd... I may be gone, maybe.
Have a nice tragedy.
I'm not exactly sure what I want to talk about now. I mean, I might as well try and treat it as if I'm talking to a viewer.
Little piece of shit.
Though I just can't help but constantly thinking I'm talking to someone in particular rather than just viewers. But it's like when you only have like 1 or 2 people actually watching, what can you do?
If I could just get my hands on that little...
Dio, stop.
What happened? You still gotta watch... We should go and see if we can find any. Maybe there's a vet, there's a chance Zero.
because it just feels weird just trying to talk to you, Heartsaw. But the thing is I kind of just am.
Any objections?
I am just talking to you. Generally, the thing is that I'm a lot better probably when no one is here, but only for so long before I start going like, I don't have anyone to work off of. Come on, someone, please just come and watch this mess. As I'm just fumbling around trying to get it to work. Also just trying to fill all the silence with nothing thing. Just because I generally hate just dead noise. I just hate when like there's a long period of dead noise. Especially when it seems like, even though you can clearly tell that I have to be present to be playing the game, since this says stop. And it's not auto. There's also the skip. But here's the thing. I would be reading the same line 6 times in a row. I'm not reading these lines because the thing is reading the lines takes up time rather than just cycling through it quickly like I am now. Because this scene would easily take maybe 20 to 30 minutes if I read all these lines. But I only read things if they're new, or if I'm not sure. Hello, PD. I do play Bookworm. Well, I did. I love the game. It was a good game. Fond memories. Oh man, what are like some things I can think about that game? I speedrun it. I could never speedrun it. I probably could now, but I'm always bad at finding words in that 4x4 grid. I remember when I was younger, was able to get like 3, 4, 5. It was a miracle to even get a 6-letter word. And I have to sit around actually staring at it, looking at it, to see if I could get anything. I was never the greatest player. The amount of times I've died, and oh boy. So, this is the infirmary, huh?
What are you doing here?
Still mad, huh?
Obviously.
Come on now, you don't have to get your panties in a bunch.
That's easy for you to say, Dio. You're sitting pretty at 5 BP. Tenmyoji and I only have 1. You do understand what that means, don't you?
That's no reason to take your anger out on people. You won't get your BP back by being a jerk to him.
No, because the thing is you're gonna irritate. Is because if you get paired up with either of these two, they're gonna be much more frustrated. And I think the path where we're going, because let's see, we're magenta. Clover. What color was Clover? Clover was cyan, which means we're gonna go through the blue door. Blue door? That can't be right. It has to be the green door. But wait. No! We're the yellow pair. That's right. Because what doesn't have yellow in it is blue, and that was the Bee Gardens. Okay. Yes, I did just say who we're being partnered up with. But that makes it... So, we're going through the green door. Yes. So, Alice is yellow, and these two are magenta. That means they'll be going through the red door. Quark, K, and Phi, I think, can go through the blue door. You have cyan and magenta? Yes. Yeah, no. Yes. Yes. Okay. So yeah, if you show that you're rude to someone, you're less likely to get your BP back. There's a good chance you might maintain a steady 1, but there's no way you're getting your BP back.
What's this? You're gonna take his side? I thought you, of all people, would agree with me.
I do.
No, you don't. You don't get it. Why would you care? You've got, what, maybe 5 years left, maybe less? I'm not like you. I'm still young. I want to live a long life.
You aren't like him. Not even
There's
close.
so many things I still want to do.
Like what?
Well, let's see. I want to wear lots of gorgeous clothes. I want to eat tons of delicious food.
Good job, Dio. Dio, man. He just grabbed the shovel and threw it at Alice. And she grabbed it and started digging.
What an idiot.
Excuse me?
And I was going to take your side, but after that load of horse shit, you're on your own.
Exactly. Good job, Dio. Anyway, it's pretty funny seeing people with vocal avatars playing visual novels. It's a pretty odd combo. Oh. I guess so. Also, Dio is quite casually, silently watching. I mean, Dio did in fact ask what she wanted to do, so...
Look. Let me try this again.
Though, of course, Alice... This is just the beat-up Alice tree.
I'm frustrated. But there really is something important I have to do.
Which is...
Avenge my father's murder. That's what I have to do.
Alright. What happened to him? Could you elaborate on that?
No, I couldn't.
It's no, I don't want to. Not no, I couldn't.
This isn't the kind of thing I should be telling people I don't even know.
That is a fair point. But you can. You just don't want to. Fine. Just tell me one thing. Does your father murder have anything to do with us being trapped here?
No idea. As to why you're here, your guess is as good as mine. But it's possible that his death is connected to my abduction.
Meaning?
I was on their trail. I was tracking down the people who killed him.
Okay.
How close were you?
I can't say, but it's possible that I was getting close enough that they decided something had to be done with me.
Fair enough. Are you a detective?
No, I wouldn't really say. Not a bad guess, though. Why are you guys...
Oh, okay.
I didn't say I... No. That's fine. In my line of work, unless I'm better, I keep them guessing.
Oh, by the way, most of this is the same.
What's she got to do with anything?
Well, I was thinking maybe you were...
No. She has nothing to... She's just a friend that I... In the middle of a desert. Yes. But that's an awfully long story.
A desert.
Wait, hold on. Why am I... That doesn't seem fair. How about you guys give up a...
Okay.
We'll start with you, are you?
Just a garbage cart.
Any ties to Zero?
None.
What's your relationship? You two know each other.
Do I have to answer that?
Well, if you really don't
No.
know.
And I apologize, but I mean, it's not like you told us
I
it's...
see. Very well then. Dio, what's your profession?
Well, I'm a circus ring.
Sure you are.
I lead a company. It was my father died, and my old man was he tried to do, well, I guess he wasn't, he was pretty, always talking about how he couldn't.
I see. You lost your father too.
Yeah. Shit. Guess I got a little sappy there.
So it's actually more funny because when I think about Bookworm Adventures, I'm not really the type to actually read much of anything, and here I am saying that in the middle of a visual novel. So hilarious, I know. I'm not the type to usually read anything. Which probably made that game a lot harder than what it needed to be. It was also, but it was nice to find out the references as I read and heard about some of the stories. Like in the second game, Chapter 6. Book 6, Chapter 6. It's the Sound of Thunder. I never knew what that meant, and then in English class in 8th grade, was it? We ended up reading the book called The Sound of Thunder, which is what it was based off of. What other ones were there? There was the time where it took a little bit to finally realize everything that was going on in the very first book of Bookworm Adventures. There's all these subtle little things that I just never quite understood. I remember when I was out in the playground, just ragdolling these characters. Not really ragdolling, but taking my body and acting out like their battle poses and the bosses when they get up and start shouting or whatever crazy maniacal thing they do. Just thinking about that was fun. That was fun, but I don't know if I could keep on thinking about that. Especially since Bookworm is very much driven by novels, and with the lack of novels, it doesn't really help.
Anyway,
Dio, stop glitching the game.
I don't have any damn idea how I'm connected to Zero. I got grabbed on the last night of one of our... I'd gone out to a couple on my way back to the camp before I can even get a... Next thing I know, I'm waking... Anyway, you still haven't heard your story. Who are you?
Are you some kind of doctor? I guess you've been working on that for quite a while, huh?
Can you think of anything?
What about Zero?
Do any of the people...
Just who?
And then he's gonna run through.
I think she's a student at night.
They're gonna run through all the characters.
It's nothing. Just forget about it. Yeah, you're right. Way his age would be.
You really don't about Quarkum.
If it makes you feel...
Well, I know a little... I got her talking. She says she's got some...
She's a nurse?
Interesting.
She's a doctor.
I don't know. She didn't just going by how she looks, though.
That leaves us with 5. She's the most mysterious to me. What does a girl like that do?
You've been around the most, Sigma. She told you anything?
Nope.
Look, I just don't know. It's just kind of like...
We know about as much about her as you guys do.
You sure?
There's no point to talking about this. We should just focus on getting...
I agree.
Where do you plan on going?
Gonna go to the crew quarters this time.
I see. Right. Later, bro.
That way we can get a special difference in text. And that way I can read a little more. Because this silence is killing me. Like, I can list off all the things I could do after this stream. They're like, what? 1,
Oh, Sigma.
2, 3, 4. Like, at least 4 different things, maybe? What was that only moment? I believe that is the only moment he'll call you bro. Because otherwise he doesn't really care.
Perfect timing.
You were in the crew.
Did you find anything?
Like a secret door.
Anything else?
It's this book.
Schrodinger's cat. And no, I'm not going to talk like a cat. If you want to see me talk like a cat, if you want to see me talk about this stuff, go and watch the other stream.
Meow.
Okay.
So what's the cat book about?
Oh, yes. And a cat is put in a box with a device. That means the cat is something like that.
Schrodinger's cat.
What?
So it probably isn't gonna give us any hints.
Orc? You're doing it too.
Now let me quickly grab my... Aha! I have grabbed my cleaning cloth of t-shirtness, which is actually an undershirt, but I like calling it a t-shirt because that's what I grew up calling it.
Oops.
Good job, Quark.
What do you mean? Well, this whole I suppose that, well, the puzzle... Yes. Apparently, there's supposed to be all the puzzles...
Which is a true event.
I know what you... Clover...
The 31st in 2028.
What about the infirmary, Quark? Did you find anything there?
Yeah, we did find something. Just one thing though. You and Luke. Okay, I got it right here. Just a second.
And we found... Quark reached into his pocket and pulled out what appeared to be a newspaper clipping. Yeah. Ooh, yawning.
It seems a little hard to believe. Yes.
The term Radical 6, which is just talking about the square root of 6.
If it is true, then I worry about what might be happening to the world outside. Is there a pandemic raging on the other side of these walls?
Well, I don't think there's any reason for us to get all worried about it. We should just hurry up and try to find out how to get out of here.
That's true.
Quark has a point. If we want to know what's going on outside, the fastest way to find out is by going outside.
Pretty much. You tend to find out what you're wondering when you do it.
Good. Mr. K, what are you gonna do? Okay.
Then we will see you later.
I'm going to go over to the lounge, the only place left. We're going to the lounge.
Hey, Sigma.
Can I get you a seat?
Are you some kind of waitress?
What do you want?
What do you mean, what do I want? I just came here to check up on you guys. Oh wait, this stuff has already been said before. Red moon.
Can I get you a... I turned 21. Why not? Really? It seems like this sort of thing is exactly what makes people want to drink in the first place.
Pretty much.
Sigma,
It hasn't gone away.
are you alright?
Oh yeah, we still have headache. Man, I could have acted out as Sigma yesterday because I had a killer headache.
What? The headaches?
It sucked when you get woken up by a parent yelling at her kids, the kids being loud and obnoxious. Food didn't help, liquid didn't help, some aspirin pills didn't help. Turned out all I needed to do was sleep, but because there was something going on in the evening, I couldn't exactly sleep. I had to stay up and suffer. I suffered throughout the evening. That was a joy.
Now that you mention it, I feel fine now, though.
You know, I think I did have a bit of a headache earlier. Not me. No headaches here. Well, it's your head. No, my body, like my whole body.
So yeah, I had a killer. I had quite the headache yesterday. Thankfully, as the day went on, it mostly went away. It just took until about 3 in the morning for it to finally go away enough where I could actually sleep. I'm going on 4 hours of sleep right now. Also, I do think that part of the problem might have been from sleep, and another part I think might have been the fact that it was very muggy and humid outside yesterday. Yeah, you went to sleep and then you woke back up. I noticed that. I think several of us noticed that. Sorry, I haven't been advancing the text as much.
I don't know.
I've been wanting to talk about other
I
things,
guess
but I
it's
don't know if
kinda
it's really that appropriate
Oh,
to.
that's what you're talking about. It's kind of like my body.
I'm sort of... Maybe it's because of the It might have looked like...
I'm a person who wants to say a lot of
Seems like
stuff,
you were unconscious
but
for a
isn't
long
sure
time.
if he should say
It
a
must
lot
have
of
been
stuff.
powerful stuff. Well, it could be a side effect, or it could be that it just hasn't worn off completely yet.
A voice broke the silence.
Something horrible has happened. Please, you all have to come with me.
What is it?
What?
I found something horrible in room 2 in the crew quarters.
I mean, when I say a lot of stuff, I usually mess up the words. It's I don't know if it's that I would mess up the words. It's just I don't know if I really want to say it or not.
Something
Especially
horrible.
Never mind.
since it's just over a stream.
You'll understand when you see it.
And I'm a kind of person who likes to be kind of locked up and closed. And I also want to talk a lot. I don't know. Kay was first in, followed by me, Fi, Clover, and Luna. He said nothing and just pointed under the bed. The four of us crouched down and followed his finger. There it was. What the hell is this?
I think it's a bomb.
Bomb? No. No way.
So, thank you, Sigma. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, that's this entire tree. You're going to be seeing the bombs over and over again. Of course. It was the same bomb I seen in my vision. And it hadn't been a hallucination. Had it actually been a premonition?
I'll go find everyone else.
No, there's no need for that. Quark is already bringing them back. They should arrive soon.
Okay.
You see?
Where is it? Where's the bomb?
No sooner were the words out of Kay's mouth than the rest of our fellow captives appeared. Quark shoved the others aside and pointed at the bomb.
See? There it is, under the bed.
For several long moments, we just stared in silence. There is something I want to quickly check, so I'm going to open up. I'm wondering if I can actually unlock it here. So let me just do zero escape, purchase / reward, map. Not what I wanted. Flowchart. We have flow chart. I'm gonna quickly just double check to make sure I have what I need for Sigma's ending. Requires Alice end and Lock 6 game over. Lock 6 is it's that one right there. That's not what I wanted. I want to zoom in. Let me open image in new tab, and then just zoom the crap out of this sucker. Whee! That doesn't help. Okay, well, I'm gonna just let me open up the archives. Archive. That's not how you spell archive. Gah. Oh wait, I think I could. Oh, I don't need to look up the special one for this one, because we're gonna be in for quite a fun time when we get to this next room, the archive room. For several long moments, we just stared in silence. Slowly, we began to eye one another. Old suspicions suddenly reawakened. It was Fi who finally broke the silence.
It doesn't look like it has a timed detonator. There must be a remote somewhere.
You're right. It'll probably use an active button or a switch of some sort, not a dead man switch. If we can get it, we should be safe as long as we don't press the button.
Who was the first person to find
It's
this?
me. I found it while Quark and I were investigating this area. We split up to collect the rest of you.
How did you know it was a bomb?
I have seen it before.
When?
I'm not sure.
Because of the amnesia?
Yes.
Are you kidding me? We don't even know if it's a real bomb. Are you gonna tell me you believe that guy who can't remember his own fucking name knows a bomb when he sees it?
It is called General Amnesia.
No, Kay is right. That's a bomb. I'm sure of it.
How do you know?
I just do, okay?
You sounded pretty sure about the switch, too. How do you know all this?
Let's just say it's an occupational hack.
What kind of occupation do you have?
I can't tell you that.
Spare me the bullshit. This isn't time for keeping secrets.
Please, just trust. Look, I know I'm repeating. It's not just, it's an
Antimatter.
Antimatter bomb.
You mean a bomb. You know what that anyway, yes.
What's Annie your name? Huh? Why?
Well, your name, you do know what that...
Yeah, Grandpa told me he said it's it, but I don't really know anything.
I see. Can you explain it?
Me?
Well, you know him best.
I don't know. It's hard to think.
You want me to do...
Yes, please.
I am going to just quickly speed right through this.
To begin with, for example, it has a sort of antimatter.
Because this
The
is
thing
just
that's
awkward.
cancel each- that process
Makes perfect sense to all of us, but not Quark.
Sorry, I don't really.
Alright, you've got men, and what happens when you put well, if there were, because they're opposite elements, like when a plus cancels out a minus, that's, but when you get annihilation, you also,
I know, a baby.
exactly. In this case, the baby you get is the energy from the annihilation. It's not a real baby, of course, but like a baby, it's got all sorts of potential to do amazing things.
That's kind of a strange explanation.
You followed it though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that thing under the bed isn't going to be making a baby. Just how big of an explosion are we gonna get here?
Too big.
It's pretty simple, actually. Just use Einstein's E equals mc squared. The mass lost during annihilation will be converted to energy,
So you would take the total mass of matter and antimatter and multiply it by the speed of light squared. That should get you the amount of energy.
for example, let's say that it has 350 milligrams of antimatter. That would mean there would also be 350 milligrams of matter.
So you'd have 700
700
milligrams total.
Yep.
Yes, that means annihilation would produce roughly 63 trillion joules.
63 trillion joules.
That's about as much energy as the heroic...
What the? There's only 350 milligrams of stuff in there.
Well, technically it's 700 milligrams since you have the matter.
That's not the point. We're talking about something that weighs less than a gram, being equal to a bomb that weighed like 10,000 pounds.
That is true.
Don't get so excited. I think I know what kind. It's probably using antihydrogen. There should only be about 25 micrograms of material in there.
That's less than 1,000th of a gram. So you'd only get about 45 billion joules of energy, right?
Yep.
What does that mean?
About as much explosive power as 1 ton of TNT.
Oof.
Ton?
Yes. Well, approximately.
How exactly should I not worry about that? That's enough to blow up a 10-story building.
True. But it's a lot less powerful than it. We don't know how big. If we can get far enough...
Perhaps. How do we know this is the only...
What do you mean?
Look at it carefully. It's got a number...
There is a number 3 on it.
If the bomb... Yes. There's no way...
There could be several more bombs, which we'll find out. But not right now. Later.
Anyway, we should move it.
No, don't touch it. What the hell do you think you're doing? Have you got a death wish or something? This bomb is here. Do you really think they didn't rig it to go off if some idiot tried to move it?
But what the fuck are we supposed to do?
We'll just have to leave it be for now, until we can find the detonator or...
You're telling us we should just prance off and ignore the incredibly deadly bomb that is probably...
There's not much else we can do.
Do you know how to turn it off?
Well, there is a way.
Then spill the beans. How do we turn the damn...
There should be an emergency if you enter that password. Yes,
So we
that's
just need to
it.
get the password.
Look again. You see it? Right. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
Who
would do something like this?
I have no idea, but we can figure out when they did it. When you and I searched this room, we didn't find anything, right? So that means the bomb...
I don't know after we finish, but if someone planned...
Oh, yeah. You don't know, dude. Before we went off to everybody was also...
Yeah. Anyone could have... It would have been easy to sneak.
You know, what were you doing?
And everyone suspects us.
I never said that.
Really? Back when we were in the AB?
No, believe me, this is still text I've already read. That's why I'm still skipping through it.
Impossible. There's no way that would get past, and there's no way Zero would let anybody do something that... What?
When you say zero...
Of course.
This is from now on, which would, of course...
Okay, fine with me. Anyway, whichever one it is...
I don't think it... Well, he said that the real...
Alice, DL, Luna, K, Clover, Tenmyoji, Phi, or maybe even Quark.
Oh no, this is bad.
What is
the
it?
buttons on your brain.
Oh shit. Is this for real?
Only got 4 minutes until the chromatic doors open.
Let's go then.
You're right. This bomb thing is gonna have to wait until later.
Alright, come on everyone. Alright, come on everyone. I don't know, something about that text box just wants to skip forward. Let the school trip continue. Even though they're in a facility of some sort. Dun, 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 dun. Shh. Five doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Hey, the doors are open.
We need to figure out...
Well, what are our
Pay
options
attention.
this time?
I'm only saying this just like the last time.
If I laid out our choices, Luna and I go with Clover through the green door, Tenmyoji and Dio go with Alice for red door, Kay and Quark go with Phi through blue door. Option B, Luna and I go with Fi through the red door. Tenmyoji and Dio go with Clover through the blue door. Kay and Quark go with Alice through the green door. Last option is Luna and I go with Alice through the blue door. Tenmyoji and Dio go with Fi through the green door. Kay and Quark go with Clover through the red door.
3 minutes. Well, you decided the first time, right?
Yeah.
Then can I decide this time? I think I
Are you?
deserve it. I only have 1 BP left.
Yeah, but when we were at 1 BP, you said, fuck no. Oh.
Doesn't it seem like the fair thing is to let the person who's at the greatest disadvantage choose?
I'm not going to argue with that, except for the fact that when it inconvenienced you, you said no.
Wouldn't you agree?
That means you should get to choose me. You only got...
You've got a point, but how about we listen to what Alice wants first? So tell us, which door and which people?
The green door, and I want to go with Kay and Quark.
I see. Option B, then. That means Tenmyoji and Dio will go with Clover through the blue door. Is that all right with you, Tenmyoji?
Yeah, sure.
Why? If we go through there together, are you really...
Yeah, I'm sure. But you said you didn't trust me, right? Well, I'd like to try. I figure this will give me... I've been wanting to pair up with Alice, too. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Oh, and that is?
We'll get to that later.
Anyway, Alice's first...
Yes.
What about the rest of you? Is that okay, too?
I thought about it for a moment. If I were option B, then Luna and I would go through the red door with Fi. As far as I felt about it, no. No, that's not okay. Because...
Oh no, this is bad.
Sounds like bad rules lawyering in D&D terms, that they only bring up fair rules as long as it benefits them. It's them. Just like a certain player I know in our sessions. I didn't say anything. Nope. No siree.
Which door do you want then? The only other choices are...
Oh, we'll go with option A. I thought about it again. So which one did I want? I decided to go with A.
What gives you the power to just decide that?
That's fine by me. Like I said before, there's something I want to talk to Alice about.
Are you going to tell me what this thing is?
That'll have to wait. Talk to me again on the other side.
Oh, now I'm curious.
So you're fine with this out with option A?
Do whatever you want.
Are there any other objections? Okay.
No objections. Alright, Luna, let's go.
Let's go, everybody.
Oh, I just remembered what this room's all about. Oh, Lord save me.
10 seconds
Remain until chromatic doors close.
9, 8, 7.
We nod to one another and quickly split up. Tenmyoji, Dio, and Alice head towards the red door, while Kay, Quark, and Fi made their way towards the blue one. The gaping maw of the green door bounced in front of me as Clover, Luna, and I ran towards it.
2, 1, 0.
Sounds like horror.
Chromatic doors closing.
You're gonna see. I think this was like, I don't think this was the first one, but this was definitely one of the few puzzles I had to actually look up to see the specific catch. So we will be going through this door.
Is this a dead end?
Nope.
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
We have the treatment center. Over here is unknown because we have not gone through that door yet. The other one will be the other one we're going
There's some kind
through.
of device over here. I wonder what it is. It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
Clover, try pulling that
I
lever.
have to do it.
It might be dangerous. I was hoping you would just wrap your arm around it and give it a good jerk. Kind of big, but I'm sure you can handle it. Just be gentle.
This doesn't seem like appropriate workplace behavior. You're kind of grossing me out.
I know you probably still think of yourself as just a girl, but you have to become a
You're
woman
not making
some.
it any better. Why don't you do it?
If you can't take it, then maybe Luna can. Have you done this before? You just start at the base and work your way up. And then give it a good tug once you get to the top.
What is wrong with you? If you're so desperate to give that lever a good time, why don't you do it yourself? Just leave me and Luna out of your sick fantasies, you creep.
Fine, but I won't like it. I sighed heavily and flipped the switch with as much languid disdain as I could manage. Welcome to the theme of this room. Sigma being weird.
One of the doors open. Yeah, just the one on the left. You might as well go through it.
Yeah, maybe we should try flipping it one more time though. Think you could actually manage with just one hand, Clover? Just do it real fast. It'll only take a second. Just up and down once.
You are disgusting.
Welcome to the archives. Huh.
So this is the archives. That's what it said on the door after all, but yeah, I didn't really expect it to be so archivy. All these books and stuff everywhere.
Welcome to the archives. Maybe we could find some clues here.
I agree.
Alright, let's split up and look around. A la Z. Seek a way out. Welcome to the archives. Theme 113. Data. We've actually heard this theme before. Okay, so first of all, pick up this right here. There's one. There's a green book. Here's a yellow book. Very noticeable. Oh, no, it's an orange book. Here is a red book. Very noticeable. All the books you're supposed to grab are very noticeable. In case you couldn't tell. In case they weren't noticeable enough. I don't know if I'm scanning too quickly. Yep, okay. We have this thing way up here. Question is, what am I supposed to do with these books again? Alright, over here, first of all, pick up that. Pick up that. Do not combine the dice with the weight, you fool. Pick up the blue dice. Note paper, ink, music box. I know what I need to do with the music box. First of all, let's quickly get this out of the way. Don't know the password yet. Grab that. So 5 plus 5 times 5. Well, that pretty much sums up to this. So, this puzzle goes, it's pretty straightforward. We just need to find the right 5-digit number. Problem is, it's not just 30. I believe what we want to do is... Oh, right, because... You can place the dice by dragging them, check, reactivate, which good, press back. So let's actually do it this way. So 50 weight is obviously less than the red plus blue plus green die. So the green die is less than the blue die. So 50 is less than red plus blue, which doesn't actually help. The 50 weight is less than blue. Then you have the green one, which is more than the red one. Here we go. So combine this with this to get this out. Combine this with that to get that. Then do that. And something was added to the archives. Here we go. So this is what we just got. We're going to need to remember that for later, but not right now. Apparently the game doesn't want to move. Manage numbers. Can't do anything with that just yet. Stop. I'm guessing all of these are just going to say that same stuff. I was able to quickly realize where these books go. Nope. Just a bunch of books in Latin. Oh, jeez. Seems like a dice to sides. You'd be correct. That those are actually dice to sides. I'm trying to remember where these books go. Go up the staircase to the Sun and Lion. You're supposed to be able to input these books somewhere. Oh, there we go. Go up. Stop. Go up the staircase. To the Sun. Where's the last one? Right here? Where'd I get his last book from? It's not where I got the book from. I'm supposed to be looking for green. There we go. And there you go. And then we can actually go up there. Ow. I believe what we need is to take that thing out. Oh, never mind. There you go. Oh, right. So here's the thing. So it's showing. So here's the dice puzzle. Let me quickly pull up that archive, that report. So here you have a 1. No, that's not a 1. Sorry. So what you actually do is you do 2, 4, 1, 3, 6, 5. So 3 is supposed to go there. Four here. This one is 2. This next one is a 6. This last one's a 5. Yep, that's not the end of the puzzle. Oh boy. So let's see. So we've proven that in order There, it goes blue, green, red. I'm not sure about the weight. So 50 is. They need to be in the right direction as well. Let's see. There is the red, which is equal to that. You know what? They actually do. That's what got me for so long, is that I could never figure out what was going on. They do need to be in the same direction, but I do need to do something with this. So we have red is 50. So with that being 100, that's going to naturally be more. It should be. We have blue. Sorry, not that. Blue. Stop with the B. You have red plus 50 is less than blue plus green. I believe what I want to check next is that if it's red plus 50 plus green, that's greater than blue. So it's some number times 50. Not archives. MO. So green has to be bigger than 50. Blue and green together need to be more than 100. Blue cannot be more than double that. Because 100 plus green is greater than blue. How did I solve this? I don't think there's any other combination of these I can do. First of all, let me just get rid of that because I don't need that right now. That's in my way. So this is an important piece we need. This is an important piece we need. What is the number with red plus 50 against blue. See, did I try that? The red one, the weight. Okay, so red plus 50 is less than blue. So blue is more than 100. Is that what you're asking? Well, there's the result. Blue is more than 100. Ah, there we go. Then you have that is equal to green, which makes green 100. So you have red is equal. So you have. I actually quickly make mark of that one as well. Did I try this one already? The weight in 50. I have not tried this one yet. So this one is 50 plus green is less than red plus blue. I put 50 with the blue? I have not. Of course it's going to weigh in the blue side because the blue... there you go. So that gives you, where was the equation? Oh, right, it's right there in front of my face. You have 150. No, that's not right. Let me go back to 0. That would be 5,000. Because that's 50 times 100 plus 150. And now we have this. Can I, like, see what the bookmark is, please? Now I believe you get this. Now you have to do this puzzle. That was some funky camera work right there. There. Alright, so we can just delete that. Let's pull up the two things we got. First off, dot, dot. Let me actually make that a little more noticeable. So you have dot, 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 dot. Now I'm going to stop saying dot because that's going to be annoying. Just marking them down. I will put a cross section, that way we can easily verify it. So there you go. Now, what is the other thing you're asking? It's this right here. So then you have red, green, blue, red, blue, green. So let's just try this one right here. Which checks out. 5 can be in any form. We have now the 4, which can't have any wrong way. The 2, which very much can. The 1 cannot. The last one's a 3, which could. So here's a problem with this puzzle. So as you noticed, this right here is the blue passcode. It does not care what orientation the dice is facing. It just cares if the dice color matches with this pattern. The problem is that when you're checking these other ones and you put that last one in, if you don't have it matching, it goes right to the blue one. This is one of the puzzles where you have to do the green one or you get the blue one. I remember because I hated this room because I wanted out of it, and the game was like, nope, nope. It's like, ah, and you still have to match it. Like this one up here, that has to be blue. This one right here, that has to be red. This one right here, red. This one's supposed to be green, right? Yes. So your best bet is to make sure you know where you're making your moves. So now I need to make the 3. So, if I just put that green one in, even if it was rotated 90 degrees, so the 3 went in the other way, it would have counted it as a blue solution. This is like the only puzzle where it does that. Where you have to get the exact solution, or you either don't get it, or you get the blue one, which is supposed to be harder. No, this one, the blue one's easier. Oh boy, I have to actually double check the passwords because I don't remember them. So we have Sun, Star, Star. It's the only room that does that. That's why it's one of the easiest to get the blue file. The other password is Star Moon Moon. Star Moon. We got a map. There's our key cards. And then we have a piece of paper that's underneath the key. Not voting is not an option. And if both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every colored group of 3 has to vote. Anyway, what else? Oh, is there in the safe? Key, the exit key. Let's get going. That's the archives done. I'm glad for the archives to be done. Ow. Ow. Ow.
Is this another warehouse? It looks like it.
Just like the one on floor A.
There's graffiti on the wall here too. It's something different though.
Memento Mori, if the 9th lion ate the sun. It's just that when you're trying to get the real solution and you just imagine trying to get the solution and you keep on accidentally moving the dice in and getting that blue prompt. Because when you get the blue prompt, it resets the dice. Also, by the way, that should not be there. There is no E in 9th.
Did they make a mistake? That isn't how you spell it. They added that E to 9th, but why?
Yeah,
What
that's
does it
weird.
mean?
Well, it might be purposeful because it might also be an anagram for something. But Memento Mori also means remember death, and then a conditional statement of if the 9th lion ate the sun. Well, I think Memento Mori is Latin for something like remember death or don't forget your mortality. The other part, I assume it's just what it
A
says on the
conditional
10.
relating to whether or not a lion is eating the sun?
Yep. Yeah.
But what on earth does that mean? It just seems like gibberish.
Agreed. Whatever it means is beyond me, yeah?
Look at that door over there. Doesn't it look just like the one on the other floor? Yeah, but there isn't anything written on this one.
Yeah, there's a big 9 on the other door. I guess that means this door isn't
I
important.
don't see anything that looks like it might open it either.
Yep, nothing. Not opening.
Of course it isn't. I mean, look at this thing. It's solid steel.
Well, how do you open it then?
From the other side, maybe?
They literally had a lion doll with a sun token on the mouth and a book and book words related to said lion. You're right. But that phrase, Memento Mori, if the 9th lion eats the sun, has nothing to do with us yet. Those words are actually related to the last 2 pathways that we have yet to go through. This pathway all the way over here, and this pathway right here. the other side.
Hey, what's the deal with those doors over there? The ones that are glowing white. Do you think they could be chromatic doors?
They could be.
There are 3 of them.
Yeah, I think you're right. See, they've got those little boxes. These must be the next set of chromatic doors we're supposed to go through.
But they're all the same color. Well, for all the other doors, we had to add colors together to make another color. In this case, we probably just have to make white instead.
Probably. Suddenly, the voice of the announcer echoed throughout the warehouse.
And Ambidix 45.
What? How the hell did that happen?
Someone on one of the other teams, all they need is one of the moon.
Well, why would they do that without waiting for the rest of us?
We can ask them when we get there. Come on.
Yeah, let's not waste time. Gotta activate that again for the last time. Because it was Dio. Usually, at least. You're learning, Hartza. You're learning. Congratulations. You have figured out Dio. Warehouse A. We left out the magenta door and into the warehouse. There stood Tenmyoji, Dio, and Alice. Hey, what the hell is this? Why'd you open one of the B rooms before the rest of us got back?
Alice and I haven't done anything.
Dio apparently felt he didn't need to wait.
You got a problem?
Yes, I do have a problem.
Why? I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the AV rooms.
Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common
Sam is
sense.
right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere.
No sooner were those words out of her mouth.
Oh, thank goodness. You're all here.
Did something happen?
Yes, it's Quark, you see.
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
What?
Please, you must hurry to the his condition could change and then you should go.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Tenmyoji shoved Kay aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks and then ran off after him.
Quark, come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Tenmyoji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing?
Sorry, went to read Discord.
He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do?
Stop shaking
I
him.
have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
No, that's not. I know him better than any of you. He doesn't have anemia. He's never just collapsed before.
Well, then call an ambulance and stop freaking out about it.
Son of a bitch. This is serious.
The infirmary seems pretty well equipped. There are plenty of diagnostic tools, but
Without a doctor, there's not.
Oh, right. Well, we've got Luna.
That's right. You have a medical license.
wait, is that true?
Well,
You please.
okay. I'll see what I.
I'm gonna quickly just cycle through the stuff.
Yes, I believe it can.
I don't want to. Just let us know if you.
Of course. Well, I feel so tired. Work has.
Oh no.
Yes, he's been infected with a virus called.
Radical 6.
Yeah, I told Alice and Tenmyoji about it.
Vi and I heard about it from Luna.
The Luna were the first two to investigate the infirmary.
No. He can't. How could he have gotten infected? That's not possible.
Something about the tone of his voice seems strange.
There must be something we can do. How can we cure him?
Well, it's the only way to count it.
Where is it? Shouldn't it be in the infirmary somewhere?
We looked around, but we didn't see anything.
I don't trust. I'm asking Luna.
I'm sorry, Beal's telling me he didn't find anything.
Damn it. What about the other rooms? Sigma, what about you?
In the archives? No, it was just piles and piles of books and papers. Nothing even remotely like medicine in there.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
I'm terribly sorry. There was nothing of the sort in the garden.
And they went to the bee
Plenty of
garden.
vegetation, but unfortunately, no medicine.
Oh, God. Please. Oh, God, no.
Look, just to be sure, where did the three of you
Pantry.
go? Yeah, no. There's no way you found something in the pantry. Because it's in the laboratory.
There was tons of food everywhere, but Excelivir, nothing.
Tenmyoji slumped to the ground. That's because I tabbed out. If the stream freezes but you can still hear me, that likely means I tabbed out.
Quark?
Quark! Oh, thank God. You're awake.
Get away from me!
What? Quark, what?
I can't.
After what? What are you talking about?
Isn't it up? I have. Like.
Stop!
No!
Yeah, right.
On it.
Me too.
Stop it! Let go of me, you.
Oh, right.
Damn you bastards! Why won't you let me? I have to get out. They can't lock. Please, you have to let me. I'm trapped. Let me go. I have to kill me. Someone, anyone, kill me. Kill. Ah!
And there goes the scalpel. Wonder who took that.
Yes?
Are there any
No. Well, I mean,
What?
there's so
Sobera?
That's the one that's in our. Good. Hit him with some of.
What?
He'll be fine.
It's just an egg. It won't hurt him.
But
Just hurry up and do. Come on, Luna.
Okay, we'll just.
Tick tock, tick tock. Will this go this one go exactly the same as the other one? We'll go away with Alice. It will.
Wait until now. Do it now.
Right.
No.
Stop!
Respiration. According to these
All's good for now.
What about the end? How long will it
we shouldn't wake up.
Annie.
I think that I'd probably.
Yeah?
Huh? Oh, well.
How much do you know?
All I've seen about. Why would I lie? I've seen other but. So when Park truck. Yes, at least.
And there's Alice.
We're all going to die. We're
Oh,
all dead. Only terrorists would resort.
Hey,
You don't understand? And the virus, adults, children, everyone. Everyone! There
Okay,
won't be
Alice.
anyone. I'd rather die.
and then she runs out and runs to. Well, where does she run to? Well, I say right this time, but he's gonna go left.
Well, let's quickly.
right.
Look, just do your best, understood? 10 Myoji. The rest of us can look sound good?
I stay.
All right, let's move. Get going.
At Fi's command, we scattered, filtering into different doors. As I ran, I thought, where should I look for Alice? We go to the lounge, of course. Goodness, body breaking. Oh, time to keep going. Then down the elevator we go. Open the red door. We decided that the pantry was the best place to check. So here's the pantry. We've already done this room before. Off to the gardens we go. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside was the smell. Plant life was everywhere. Oh, sorry, I've just been cycling right on through. First thing I noticed when just like Kay said, plants and stuff everywhere. Damn, she's not here either. This is bad. We've been searching for Alice for a while. I found nothing. I'd hoped that nothing had happened to her, but... I searched every corner of floor B. She was nowhere to be seen. This is pointless. I should just go back to floor A. Maybe someone found her. Back to the infirmary? Nope, we're gonna go to the crew quarters. Because that's the only place we haven't technically checked. Other than the floor A warehouse. But we can do it while passing through the crew quarters. Doesn't look like anybody's here. I should have a look in the rooms. And... she's dead. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It was almost like getting punched. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward. It's the exact same. She just dies the same way. Then the next. My legs began to wobble. I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down. Calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last I pressed my finger to her neck and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. Embedded in her chest was a scalpel. I was no doctor, but judging by the angle, it looked like it had pierced her chest. Or her heart. Had someone stabbed her? No. My body seems to be catching up with me and being tired. What if she...
We're all going to die.
No. No. Something in my brain snapped. Yarg! A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. Last thing I felt was my body slumping to the floor as the world went dark. When I came to, I was floating in the field of nothingness. Game over. Now I can just continue right from where I left off. That is another game over you have to get. No one here, huh? Damn, where'd she go? Then suddenly the world shifted. For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. Like, this lock unlocks itself. Just as I began to adjust, it was gone, as if nothing had happened. Well, what was that? It was the same sensation I felt when I saw the visions of a bomb exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad. I need to find Alice now. But where should she be? Damn it, Alice, where are you? She is in the crew quarters. What about the crew quarters? Yeah, that has to be it. Because it's not like she's died there like 5 times now. I set off at a dead one. That would be a scary thought. The moment I entered the crew quarters, I made straight for the door to the number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Alice, so you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned towards mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel, like I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of the scalpel.
No, I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told? The bracelet comes off when you're... So I just have to...
Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. I grabbed both of her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare. I can't wake up from it. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Now let's go read those files I picked up. Prisoner's Dilemma. Apple and Banana committed a serious crime and were arrested. Since they were accomplices, the police separated them for questioning and kept them from communicating. A detective visits each criminal and tells them the following: if neither of you spill the beans, you both get 2 years. If he climbs up and you confess, you'll get 1 year and he'll do 15. But if you keep quiet and he gives it up, you'll do 15. Well, he does 1. So I bet you're thinking, well, what if we both rat the other guy out? Pretty simple, pal. You both get 10 years. This is a prisoner's dilemma. Do you betray your partner or stay silent? In the AB game, however, sometimes the most rational choice isn't always the best one. The bomb uses energy generated by the collision of particles and antiparticles. So how does this work? Phi explains. Imagine 2 types of matter that are exactly opposites, like male and female. Now, when they're combined, what happens? According to quantum theory, their numbers add together to make 0, like 1 and -1. And they kind of disappear because they cancel each other out. They call this annihilation, but when they collide, they create something like a baby. Except the baby is sort of pure energy, a lot of it. So in other words, an antimatter bomb makes an exploding baby. Does that make sense? This device will detonate an antimatter bomb. Technically, it's called a remote trigger detonation signal device, but that takes a really long time to type out, so we'll just use detonator. This particular device has 2 modes of operation: immediate and delay. Pressing the switch when you're less than a meter away from the bomb will trigger the immediate mode. The bombs will detonate immediately. If you're more than a meter away from the bomb, however, pressing the switch will activate the delay mode. And the bomb will explode in 30 minutes later. Ow. The device originally created to weaponize genetically engineered psychic bears. Just kidding. It's actually an arm augmented for online sex chat. Not really. In truth, it's the arm of a mysterious libido-powered robot. I'm just messing with you. A cybernetic arm is actually a mechanical limb that you can control with your mind. Really. It has titanium alloy for bones, and those are covered with ABT, or artificial biological tissue. The ABT even has artificial nerves, so you can feel pain through it, just like a real arm. It has veins that connect it to the rest of the body, so if you inject medicine into a cybernetic arm, it'll flow to the rest of your body. The necklace Luna is never seen without has a cage containing a blue bird hanging from it. If you twist the key in the bottom, it plays music. Someone special gave it to her as a gift, and she says it reminds her of the following lesson. Search for happiness wherever you can, because the search itself is what will make you happy. The 3 laws of robotics were created by was created by science fiction author Isaac Asimov, and plays a large part in his robot series. They are as follows. A robot may not injure a human being, or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Later on, Asimov also developed another preceding rule known as the Zeroth Rule, which first appears in his stories Robots and Empire. 0. A robot may not harm humanity, or by inaction allow humanity to come to harm. Clearly, the 0th law has priority over the first 3. So the first law would have the unwritten addendum, except where this would conflict with the 0th law. Whether or not 016 was aware of this law was unclear, but in any event, 016 did act in accordance with it. Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on the pain I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something. There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Shit, what am I supposed to do now? Oh man, maybe the infirmary. It's got all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off towards the infirmary.
Alright, please pay attention. You need to hear this. The atom has been...
What did it say?
Her results, she has also been in... Oh no. Like I said, it's a special aunt, whether or not there's any around here.
No, no! Oh, Alice, I don't like... Please don't die. I don't want to be... Don't die!
Ted,
10 minutes.
all played. No.
Guys,
What about Alice and
I
Quark?
guess we're just gonna have to leave him.
No! I'm not leaving. I'm
Clover.
staying here. Like heck, I'm gonna leave Alice all alone.
She's going to be fine. I gave her some Soparil. She'll just be sleeping like Quark.
I don't care. She shouldn't have to be all...
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh? A lucky, lucky man you are. You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll... That means if she stays here, the two, especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6...
Are you saying I'm going to choose
If you
Betray?
do, you'll get what you need to...
You bastard. There's no way I'd do
So.
that. Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AV room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually, I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up.
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all three of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
Nope, doesn't work like that. Here, take a look at this. Well, scrap paper we found out of my pocket.
What's this?
We found it when we went to the archives.
Wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
Guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. There are some more AV rules for you. Voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, everyone is penalized. One person of the three has to vote. Get it? The whole
That
team
means
can't
either
stand.
Dio or Tenmyoji is going to have to vote then, and they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means if Dio picks
Knock
Betray...
it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose Betray. You do know her VP's at 1. What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Anyone who's VP.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room too. I plan to stay here with Quark, just to make sure that it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all three of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh, Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Oh, that, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
5 minutes.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah, something does happen. Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes,
Even though I have 6 BP?
yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow. Has something happened between Fi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
Okay, Dio.
4 minutes.
4 minutes left.
We need to hurry.
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. I gave one last quick nod to Fi and Clover before heading back to the warehouse at a dead run. Back to the warehouse and into the AV rooms. Warehouse A. Okay. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AV gate, although I guess it doesn't matter. Dio already opened one early.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Two more AV gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms. Dun, 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 dun. Start!
Two minutes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, she defaults to ally. Betraying someone who isn't playing hardly seems
Of
fair.
course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the notary game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? What? What the hell is this? For the first time since I found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. It was coming from a cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? I felt a very cold sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while looking for Alice. And there was some milk, and I spilled it. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really?
Yeah. Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remaining.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AV game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remaining until Amadex game polling closes.
Here we go again.
9,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Round 2 of the Amadex game has been completed. Results will be thank you for your participation. Amadex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AV room. I could see the others filling out of their room as we did.
So you chose Ally.
Yeah. To be honest, the AV game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they were all centered on one thing, the mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked off towards the projector, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out, since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. What the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you would never get anything that looked like that. And I've never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of my life, I've seen my body bleed many times. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult. But every single time I bled red. Head like any other human being. So why was it that this time it was white? What the hell happened to me?
Hey, Sigma, get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
Yeah, right. On my way. I did my best to compose myself and head over to join the others.
Results from round. Please direct your.
This is Betray, Ally, 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 Ally. And I think this is the only time where across the board you get a strict ally. So over here you had a strict betray. Here you had a strict ally. If you want an ending.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
This is incredible. Look, everyone voted Ally.
Yes, but this theme does not sit well with me. Why is this theme playing? Game. This is Sublimity, in case you're wondering. This is not good theme. This is eerie theme. Without question, this is biggest eerie theme. I said it in a Russian accent. But no, this is a very eerie theme. I would argue without question, it is the eeriest. In fact, it trumps anything in the first game. Not sure about the third game since I haven't really heard the soundtrack of it.
You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose Betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted Ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose Ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
And thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Huh? Oh, yeah, looks like we all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past at Luna and get shot down?
No, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal the doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex Gate, round 3 of the Star Keys. There is the Ambidex Gate.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to. Then, that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Hey, Zero Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The parent and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want to see what all your colors and assignments are.
Everyone nodded and held their arms out towards him. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held out my arm, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When their eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat. One thing, what is most mysterious thing, is Kay's way to show expressions with his eye lenses.
So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo.
Red solo with yellow, no, not yellow, cyan. Which would actually have us with Tenmyoji, which is actually fitting.
So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos, although I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Yep.
Ah, yes. Fine, on our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. There they were.
Yep, and it's showing us that they left the gardens to where the treatment center is, and they walked all the way to the warehouse.
Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors.
Which means with one primary and one secondary color, you'll get white.
The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow.
At least from a scientific perspective, or a digital perspective. If you're talking about an artistic perspective, adding multiple colors together will get you black. Though adding opposite colors made brown, I believe.
You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
Good. Now that we've got that figured out, I'm heading back to the infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression has been replaced with something much more sullen. She had noticed that there was something wrong with me. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's...
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out of the yellow door. Tenmyoji and Kei quickly followed. In only moments, the three had disappeared. So, what was it you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. The garden.
You know this place?
Yeah, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you here?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but I think it's the perfect place for a series. Being surrounded by nature makes me... Oh, there's a bench over it. Would you like to sit down with me?
She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what did you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom and it made almost an imperceptible winding noise. So this is the Bluebird music box. I don't know what track it actually is, but it does get converted into a theme called Bluebird Lamentation. So if you're looking for a song similar to this one, look up 215. Otherwise, you'd have to look up like Bluebird Music Box or something. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me. Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time. And it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Yeah. Well, I know the gist of it. I think it started on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Title and Mytle get asked to find a bluebird by the soul woman, and they travel to the dream world or something. Anyway, supposedly, if you catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually, they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in the bird cage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Majorling's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes, when Tiltil and Nittil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the moral then?
Changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while. But in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
That's not exactly sure, but I can believe it. I mean, I'm never really pursuing happiness, so hell if I know.
You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we split out to go look for Alice. The first place I went was
So
the
you
lounge.
went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice, and then you rushed her to the infirmary, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice, didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the gardens? Why had I told her I've been here before? He also did say that he went to the pantry to look for Alice, and found Alice in the pantry. That's what the white stuff is milk.
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes, I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human, and ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
For some reason, when Luna called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it's just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from someone in a nut house. Still, my hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No, that was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Questioned myself so much, give so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means it's a pretty good chance Zero's playing with my strings. Would that would make me your enemy?
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
Yep.
They were a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov.
Rule 1, robot cannot harm a human. Rule 2, it must follow any orders except for breaking Rule 1. Rule 3 is it must protect itself unless it breaks Rules 1 and 2. Oh yeah, I've heard those before. Just an ideal, though. You could work towards that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how much you program, robots could pretty much, could do pretty much whatever they wanted.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of... A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, the atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Someone there?
Just me.
Fi!
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Well, and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
I just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No. Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. Ooh! Bomb number 1! Shit! This is...
Antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb.
Because there's a 01 on
Look
it.
at the number on the side.
It says 01.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? And that must mean...
Shit. Then there's no question then,
I've
huh?
got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
Can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, we've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Taking a walk? You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine. You got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret, so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were, talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
Yes. So, who planted the
Honestly,
bomb?
it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tenmyoji, Kay and Dio, and of course Alice and Quark. Both seemed sleeping peacefully. You never think to look at them that they'd been completely insane not so long ago. Alright everybody, listen up. I told them we found the number 1 bomb in the garden, and how, judging by the number ring on the 2 bombs we found so far, there probably was a number 2 bomb out there somewhere. 2.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
Actually, we're
Should
doing...
be an emergency deactivation password.
Shut up, you. There's actually 4 tons of TNT running around. Because there's bombs 1, 2, 3, and 0. As Dio mentioned.
If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate. You see it right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Oh, whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly. But, no buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate. Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search 1 person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I even realized I was saying
How
them.
can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fai's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. The person. That person. Is you, Dio!
Come on, what is this? Are you high?
Well, we're about to find out. Sorry, Kay, but could you hold him down?
Well,
It's on him, I
get off,
promise.
Sigma. You're doing this all backwards.
And once again, everything joins back the one Sigma high mind. So, this isn't a court. Besides, all we want to know is who set the bombs. And why are you getting so worked up anyway? If you're innocent, then a search will show that. And I'll look like an
Nice
idiot.
try. That's some bullshit totalitarian logic. I don't think so. What are you even basing this on? How do you know I set the bombs? Spit it
Because
out.
I know about the Myrmidons.
What?
I beg your pardon?
No. How do you know that, Sigma?
Oh, that's not all I know. I know about Free the Soul, and I know about
What the
Brother.
hell are you talking about?
I can tell you the details later. There's no question that you were the one who set up the
Who the fuck
bombs.
do you think you are? None of that has anything to do with me. I don't know who the Myrmidons are, and I don't know what Free the Soul is, and I certainly don't know anything about some old fart called Brother.
What? What? Heh. Oh, Dio, tell me, how does that foot taste? who the Myrmidons are? I don't recall saying the Myrmidons were people. And what about brother? How would you know his age if I haven't said anything besides his name?
Wait, so he's left? But that means he's a terrorist.
A terrorist?
Oh dear.
Left?
Well, looks like I won't be able to talk my way out of this one. Seriously, though, when did we get so famous? The Myrmidons aren't supposed to be something anybody knows about, let alone you two jokers. Okay, you got me. Yes, I'm the leader of the Myrmidons. My real name is Left. I was sent here to stop Zero Senior's AB plan. That's why I planted the bombs. If it looked like the plan might actually succeed, I was supposed to blow
Once
this whole
again,
place
bomb
sky
scheme
high.
goes in the play. Yep. AB plan.
What's that?
Oh, well, looks like you don't know everything after all. I should have been more careful. Then again, it's not like it really matters. After all, you're gonna die here.
What?
God damn it, no! I leapt towards him.
Well, there. Better not come any closer. You think I'm not prepared for this? Take one step and it'll be your last.
Then, that thing you're holding.
It's the detonator.
Yeah, I guess it is. Now back the fuck off!
Dio, please, calm down. If you press that button, you'll die too.
So, believe me, there's plenty more where this came from.
What?
Now that we've cleared that up. Come on, move it! Go, go, go!
We had no choice. Slowly, carefully, we backed away. All of us except for one. Tenryoji.
Hey, Grandpa, your hearing gone? I said back off.
No.
You, I'm not screwing around here.
I can see that. So why don't you do it? Go ahead. Press that button.
What?
Tenmyoji?
Something wrong? Hurry it up. I'm not getting any younger. Oh, do I sense hesitation? What's the matter, Dio? Scared? Well,
You son of a bitch.
so you were just bluffing.
Not bluffing, goddammit.
Then press the damn detonator.
Hear me? I'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure you will, but there's really something I should tell you. See that detonator you're holding? It's a fake.
What?
For just an instant, Dio's eye is twitched down to the device in his hand. That was all the opening Tenmyoji needed.
Yeah!
He cried out as he leapt through the air. Tenmyoji's leg shot out, kicking the detonator from Dio's hand. Shit! Not
What
good.
happened?
The detonator. He doesn't have it
What?
anymore.
What's happening?
There's a red light on it now.
Oh, you really fucked up, Tenmyoji. This is what happens when you try to show off.
What?
I'm sorry. This is my fault. I didn't have time to tell you how that
What are you
works.
saying?
This detonator isn't supposed to be separated from Dio. If it is, then the timer on the bombs automatically activates.
Damn, how much do you know? Fine, whatever. Well, he's right. If that thing ever gets more than a meter away from me, it activates. When it does, it starts the timers on all the bombs. So thanks to this old fart, you get to try and defuse a bunch of activated bombs on a countdown. You can go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Once the timers have been activated, they'll go off anyway.
How long do we have? When did they explode?
You should know, Sigma. Why don't you tell her?
30 minutes.
30 minutes? That's crazy.
Yeah.
How do we stop them?
The emergency deactivation
None of us
passwords.
know them now.
Right. None of us know. But there is someone who does, isn't there?
Okay. I'll give you one, since I'm such a swell guy. The password for bomb number 2 is EQD DYR NTK.
Free Z Solo. Okay. One. Number 2 is it's E. Shoot. E D Q Q. No, shoot, mix it up. E Q D. Y R. This is the last passcode we need. NTK. That's the last bomb passcode we need. There is one more code we need, but that will come either probably next time.
Bomb number 2.
But we haven't found that one yet.
Oh? Oh. Well, my mistake. Must have slipped my mind.
Damn it, Dio.
There's nothing you could do anyway. You don't have the input device. Really, it'll be much easier if you all just give up.
Where's the input device?
Gosh, I wonder.
Where did you put the number 2 bomb?
Shoot, you know, I just can't remember.
You son of a bitch.
Anyway, I think it's time for me to be moving on.
Moving on.
To where?
What? I have to explain everything? To the next world, of course.
No, wait. I threw myself towards Dio and wrapped my hand around his wrist, slamming it to the floor. He struggled, but I put all my weight into it and kept his arm pinned.
Shit! Let go of me, goddammit! Get off of me! Let me go!
He continued to struggle, but I wasn't going to let him go. I shifted my weight to free one of my hands and started to pry his open.
I'm not fucking around, alright? Let go of my goddamn arm!
By then, the others run over and piled onto Dio along with me. Even then, he refused to stop. With increasing desperation, he tried to get the hand I had grabbed to his mouth.
You don't have a choice, Luna. Go get the soap.
No, if we put him to sleep, we can't get what we need out of him.
Know that? What other choice do we have? Every minute we spend wrestling this prick is a minute we don't have to deal with those bombs. We don't have time for this. What are you
Shit.
doing, Luna? Go!
Right. Okay, I've got it. I'm ready when you are.
You can do whatever you want to me, you fuck. You're still gonna die! Go ahead! Tell yourselves you can fix it. Run around like idiots before you get blown to atoms. Serves you fucking right! You're gonna burn!
Oh, for God's sake, Luna, shut him up!
Right, here goes.
And Dio is out. As they began to climb off him, I finally pried Dio's hand open. There it was, just what I expected. A small, unassuming capsule. I didn't know what it was in exactly, but it was undoubtedly some kind of poison. I stumbled towards the sink and tossed it into the drain. How much time do we have left?
About 20 minutes or so, I think.
And how much time until the white door's open?
20 minutes. The same.
So, what do we do?
We put in those passwords and stop the
We
bombs.
searched Dio, but he doesn't have anything that might be the input device.
Only one thing to do then.
That is.
We split up and find it. I believe the input device is actually in the one room that no one has had any chance to go to. Let me quickly pull up the map here. Archives, files, floor B map, memo, go over here. So we've gone to this one. We've gone here. I'm gonna just mark them. So we've gone to this one. We've gone to this one. One team has gone. We've gone to this one and this one, and we've been to all of these. So, where could that input device be? Well, I can tell you it's not here, because we did have access to this room. Is it... Oop. Is it here? Because no one's actually been to this room. And if memory serves me, there's only one time you go to that room right there. The room marked off. Excuse me. And that's when you go into that room. But we won't find that out until the end. Split up and find it. Unless any of you have another suggestion. A dismal silence filled the room. Even though no one spoke, I could see despair on everyone's face.
No point sitting around.
On every face.
Until those things actually go off.
Pretty much.
Sigma, you come with me. We're going to have to go look at the number 3 bomb. See if the timer really has started or not.
Right.
All the rest of you, listen up. I want you to take Alice, Quark, and Dito to the floor B warehouse.
What?
Why there?
Just listen. Worst case scenario. We'll open the white doors and go through them to wherever they go. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Understood. We will take them to the Floor B warehouse. Once we've done so, we will begin to search for the input device in the number 2 bomb.
Good. Thanks. Okay, we don't have much time left. Now get moving. Sigma, you're with me.
Phi turned without waiting and headed for the door. Before I could blink, she was gone. I gave everyone else in the infirmary a quick thumbs up and a shaky smile, then hurried after her. Crew quarters.
The light's flashing. I guess the countdown has started. So, what are we going to do? Without a way to enter the passwords, we're screwed. Right. We'll just have to split up and look for it. I'll look around here. You go check somewhere else.
Okay.
If we get to T-minus 5 minutes, then we'll meet back at the Floor B warehouse. Got it?
Got it. I wasn't sure what to say. If we hadn't found it by then, was there really any point in meeting up again?
What's with that look? Don't worry. We'll figure it out, I promise. You know what they say. Swimsuits never quit.
I don't think that's the saying. What? No, that's not a thing. It doesn't make any sense. Besides, why the hell are you cracking jokes right now?
Trying to show you that life is still worth living. After all, if you quit now, there goes any possibility of you ever seeing me in a swimsuit.
Oh, I see. I'll admit I am a bit curious.
Looks like we're on the same page. Get moving. We don't have time to stand around.
Fine. Be careful, alright? I checked the time on my bracelet and headed out of the crew quarters and into the hallway. That wasn't good news. Damn, only 15 minutes. I need to hurry. I broke into a run. Back to the infirmary. Before long, I found myself in front of the infirmary. All too often, what you're looking for is right in front of you. We'd spent a lot of time in the infirmary, so it seems kind of fitting somehow that I might have been there all along. Or maybe Dio dropped it there recently. There's no way to know. In any event, I started looking somewhere. Or I had to start looking somewhere. Luna, you're still here.
Yes, the others are taking the people who are asleep to the white doors. I chose to stay here. I thought you might come back.
Why?
Because the atom is here. I thought you might want to use it. Isn't that why you're here?
Well, what? I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on with me. It's driving me nuts. Hell, I feel sick. But this is no time for that. Being a robot isn't going to mean a lot if I'm going to die anyway. Come on, I'm almost done. Can you just keep that dog from barking?
Why did you come here then?
Is it that obvious? I'm trying to find the input thing so we can turn off the bombs. Yes, why would I lie?
I see. I seem to have made a mistake. I knew you couldn't use the atom without me, so I stayed behind because I thought I might be able to help. I guess I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
She turned around and headed towards the exit. Wait. I could just let her leave like that. I sighed. How long would it take?
Not more than 5 minutes or so.
Are you sure? Only 5 minutes? Okay. Let's do it. Analyze my body. I laid down on the table. Luna picked up the atom scanner, began to run it across me slowly and methodically. In a few minutes she was finished.
That's it. You can get up now.
I sat up and hopped off the table. The screen was already starting to show my results. So, what does it say? My eyes were glued to her face, looking for any signs of what the answer might be. She studied the readout for several long seconds before replying.
Well, it says you're not a robot. You're human.
I let out a breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. My relief didn't last long.
But your body isn't entirely human.
What?
You're part machine.
Wait, what are you saying?
Look here. The structure of the bones in your arms isn't anything close to human. They're made out of a titanium alloy. On top of that skeleton is artificial biological tissue. It's also called ABT. Your arms are cybernetic.
What? What does that mean?
Cybernetic? It means a mechanical system that interfaces with a biological one. You see all these root-like things around the titanium bones? Those are artificial nerves. They're probably connected to your own nerves, which is how you can move your arms. I imagine they allow you to feel things through your arms too.
What? No, this is ridiculous. I think replacing my arms with robotic ones is something I'd remember. And I know they weren't always like this. When I was a kid, I broke my arm. They took an x-ray of it. The doctor told me I had a really thick bone and that I must have done something pretty insane to break them. When the hell did this happen? Why did someone replace my arms? Wait. Okay. Let's say you're right. My arms are cybernetic. Wouldn't that mean I don't have to worry about the bracelet going off?
Unfortunately, you probably do still have to worry about that.
Why?
The cybernetic arms are made to function just like real arms. which means they interface with the rest of your body, which means that anything injected into them is spread to the rest of your body.
How do you know that? That's not an answer.
Yes, you're right, but not everything has an answer. There are some things you just can't explain.
Oh, it has an answer. You just don't want to tell us. Not yet, anyway. We're going to find out next time, though. What?
Don't you know how that feels? How did you know about the garden? How did you know that Dio planted the bombs?
That's,
I'm sorry, Sigma. I wish we could talk some more, but our time is up.
time. I pressed the button and I braced and felt my stomach drop. 1 minute. We've only got 1 minute left.
Sigma, there's one last thing. I was given very specific instructions.
I shuddered. Not because I was scared of what was about to happen, because I was scared of Luna. She was calm, unnaturally so, like a machine with a human face. We were about to die. How could she be so calm?
Please pay attention. This is very important. You must be sure to remember it.
Remember? I was about to die. How was I supposed to remember anything?
Should you encounter a two-headed lion devouring the sun, remember GTF BN L016.
Oop, it's not TL, it's TF. It's TF, right? DL L016.
With this key, the first gate shall be open to you. There you go. I hope we can meet again someday. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting.
Don't worry, Luna. We'll see you soon. What? Before she could answer. The world exploded into noise and light, and I disappeared along with it. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. Sigma end. That's why main's in parentheses, because it's the main character. Next time, we will be unlocking the character behind this wall, and then we'll be going over here.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to be quitting the game. That's what I'm going to be doing. So, that'll be end of the stream for today. Thank you for coming out. I hope you enjoyed. Got another ending. Great. Perfect. Next time we should be getting 2 endings. 2 endings in one. And the only time we'll do that, and then we're at the home stretch, baby. Alright, so with that, I'll see you all later. Goodbye.